Shabbat Shalom. Each week, as we read Psalm 93, the words may not ring as relevant as they do today. The rivers may rise and rage, the waters may pound and roar, the rivers may spread and storm, yet above the crash of the mighty sea and its breakers, awesome is Adonai our God. Your decrees, Adonai, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity. This week, as our television screens have been inundated with images of floods in Louisiana, we're reminded of the tragedy that occurred 7 years ago when Katrina hit the same area. Our hearts, our thoughts, and our prayers go out to the people of Louisiana as they are again in the eye of the storm, as they are again displaced from their homes. And as we approach Rosh Hashanah, we're reminded of the liturgy, Mi Yichyeh u'mi Yamus, who will live and who will die in the wake of these tragic floods. Mi b'mayim, who by the water itself, Mi b'magefa, who by the plague or the disease that follows the water. These tragic events leave us asking serious questions of God. How can a compassionate and loving God possibly allow such a tragedy to happen yet again? Why are the young, the elderly, the fit, and the unfit all placed in harm's way? Why are the good and the evil touched equally by this act of nature as it appears to us? It seems the insurance companies agree with those who would convict God of this action. They classify floods as an act of God. If we were to put God on trial, what name would we place on the subpoena? We refer to God by the name of Adonai, our master. We refer to God by the name of Ribono Shel Olam, the master of the universe. And in the Genesis verses, we refer to God as Elohim. Each of these names, each of the many names of God, reflect a different aspect of the relationship that we have with God. The God that I fetch to, the God that I complain to, is Ribono Shel Olam, the master of the universe. You have the power to change or remedy anything. Why is it that my back aches? Ribono Shel Olam, my back aches. The God that I praise is also the Ribono Shel Olam, master of the universe. It is so wonderful that I've experienced another day. It's so wonderful that I have a beautiful wife and children in my family. The God that I work for, the God that I do mitzvot for, the God that I attempt to emulate and bring the will of God into this world, is a God that I address as Adonai, my master. The actions that I take on your behalf, I am taking because it is your will, because you are my master. And the term Adonai reflects a master-servant relationship. When we read the opening verses of the Torah, we read, Bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning, Elohim created. The author of nature, the author of creation, we refer to as Elohim. So if we were going to address a subpoena to God, charging God with Hurricane Isaac and the damage that emanated from it, charging God for being discompassionate in a tragic time, we would address that subpoena to Elohim, the author of nature, because Hurricane Isaac appears to be a force of nature. I propose to you that we also would need to name a co-defendant. A very long time ago, humanity chose to settle way below sea level. We chose to rely upon artificially created levees to keep us out of harm's way. We also chose to eliminate the marshes and the natural drainage systems that helped keep the area secure. As we watch the images from Louisiana, we see signs hanging off of homes. Where are our levees? Humanity is responsible for this tragedy as well, and should therefore be named as a co-defendant. I would, however, rise to the defense of humanity. Each time we reach out our arm to give blood to help another, each time we reach into our pockets to donate to those in need, and trust me, as the days turn into weeks and the weeks turn into months, there will be multiple opportunities to help those in Louisiana. Whether it is by giving a monetary donation or by donating blankets or food. When we do so, we do the will of God. We become partners with God in remedying a tragic situation. The Hebrew word for an angel is a malach, literally translated. It means a messenger of God. We have ample opportunity to question God for this tragic event. And we have the right to do so. We also have ample opportunities presenting themselves as we speak to become partners with God, to raise our justified doubt into action, to act in spite of our doubt. Litakein olam, to repair the world, b'malchut Shaddai, with the majesty of God. May the spirit of Shabbat bring peace, harmony, and love into your heart, soul, and mind. Our prayers are with the people of Louisiana at this time.